Hello and welcome to our third video, which will be about the associations between neurological disorders and sleep disorders. In many cases, people do not realize that neurological disorders might be the underlying reasons why they're experiencing sleep disorders. But there is a strong association between neurological disorders and sleep disturbances. Oftentimes, there are no major structural cause for these neurological conditions, such as autism, but there are many theories of why there are strong relations. Although the scientists do not exactly know why certain neurological conditions cause sleep disturbances due to the absence of structural malformations, scientists still know for sure that there exists a strong connection between them. Now, traumatic brain injury actually causes structural damage, so it is easy for scientists to find out why the patients are experiencing sleep disorders. Before going in depth about how traumatic brain injury can cause sleep disorders, let's examine what part of our brain controls sleep. Suprachiasmatic nucleus and hypothalamus is the master regulator of circadian rhythms, which means if a certain neurological condition affects that nucleus, sleep would automatically be affected. Sleep and wakefulness is an interplay between homeostatic and circadian drive. Homeostatic drive is regulated by adenosine and involves cortical neuronal nitric oxide neurons and neurokinin 1 receptors, which means if there are malfunctions in either one of those neurons, sleep disorders would be triggered. Circadian rhythm, an alerting process, is driven by suprachiasmatic nuclei in hypothalamus, and it is high during the day and low during the night. Now, traumatic brain injury is defined as a disruption in brain function due to the impact of contact forces, including rapid acceleration, deceleration, or collision. Diffuse axonal injury induced by TBI impairs the axonal membrane stability and intracellular function, and this causes signal disruption and accumulation of waste products in the brain. The signal malfunction could interfere with the sleep cycle, and hence it can induce various sleep disturbances. TBI may instigate the disruption of hormonal systems, and if there are low levels of hypocretin and histamine, which are wake-promoting neurotransmitters, it could facilitate hypersomnia. Most obvious reason why TBI may cause sleep disorder is because the damages to the hypothalamus and brainstem can cause sleep disturbances. For example, damage to the retinal hypothalamic tract, which coordinates the hypothalamic circadian pacemaker with the light and dark cycle, can lead to abnormal circadian rhythms. Arnold-Chiari and sleep. Children with Arnold-Chiari malformation may experience central sleep apnea, as the malformation might compress the brainstem that affects the respiratory drive, and it can affect the nerves that innervate laryngeal muscles that contribute to narrow airway. Autism and sleep. Sleep concerns and difficulties in autism children usually start to arise beginning in infancy, even before the autism spectrum disorder diagnosis is officially given. About half of the families of children with ASD reported various sleep problems such as fragmented sleep, night terrors, insomnia, and circadian rhythm disorders. Polysomnography studies found out that children with ASD had a lower rapid eye movement sleep percentage than the control group. The only biochemical finding in children with autism is that they have a low serotonin level. Serotonin is a precursor to melatonin, and genetic abnormalities have been reported in the melatonin pathway. Melatonin is a sleep-inducing hormone, and the abnormal amount suggests why kids with autism might have sleep disturbances. Rhythmic movement disorders can also be seen at night in children with autism. Scientists surmises that this is because they have low iron levels. Children with ASD have unique eating habits and non-compliance with balanced diets, and they become susceptible to restless leg syndrome. Studies over the past few years suggest that sleep problems may be caused by the same mutations that underlie other features of autism. The changes in genes may disrupt the circadian rhythm, which is an internally driven cycle that rise and fall during the 24-hour period, and helps you fall asleep at nighttime and wake up in the morning. Several genetic conditions related to autism, such as tuberous sclerosis, Fragile X syndrome, and Prader-Willi syndrome, may involve mutations that interfere with circadian rhythm. Additionally, mice with tuberous sclerosis are found to have abnormally short day-night cycle. Now, neuromuscular diseases. Sleep-disordered breathing is frequently induced by neuromuscular diseases such as Duchenne muscular dystrophy, myotonic dystrophy, and many others. These diseases may involve respiratory muscles, and the malfunctions can lead to breathing disorders such as sleep apnea. The physiologic atonia affects the upper airway and chest wall and spares the function of the diaphragm. The involvement of bulbar, diaphragm, intercostal muscles may result in an airway obstruction. So, this is my What's Cited page, and if you want to get more information, please visit these websites. In this video, you learned about the associations between neurological conditions and sleep disorders, and the different types of sleep disorders. Then, see you guys in the next video about the treatment methods for the sleep disorders. Then, bye guys!